Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast with the shittiest audio but the most amazing content. Thank you all for tuning in to listen wherever you are and however you're accessing us. We appreciate your time and we appreciate your interest in us. So sit back and relax, or if you're driving, enjoy the ride as you listen to another amazing episode.
Hey y'all, this is the Dinosaur
and the Dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. Well, just wanted to say thank you all for the time that you've given us listening and the support, and how much we really appreciate you.
and all those stars. We really do appreciate you guys, and we're just happy that we have each other so that we can do this for you. If there's anything that you want to hear about, then let us know and we'll try to work it in.
That's right. Shoot us up, and don't forget to go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Thanks.
Okay.
For me, I have tissues on my desk and a candle that I should toss because there's nothing left for it to be lit. But you have cookies at all times, so that's
there's a cookie stays on my desk at all times. Like,
that's fantastic.
Just in case it's I know it's going to be like. So,
right.
She did not deliver. My wife did not deliver the cookies to me.
She got the trail mix.
Brought me chai tea latte.
Oh wow, a chai tea latte
and a weed cookie. Are you kidding me? My life is perfect. Do you know about it?
No, I don't actually.
I'm other than it being 107 degrees, where degrees, not heat index, degrees.
Yeah,
where I live.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Yeah, I kind of want weather people just to shoot it straight and not do the whole.
The problem is that they don't know because the government controls it all. Come
on. There's that. But of the little bit that they know, just stop with the fluff shit. Like when it's cold, they'll say it's 33 degrees outside, but it feels 14. Well, just say it's 14, motherfucker. I'm dressing for what it feels like.
Right.
You can tell me it's 85 outside, but it feels like 14. I'm dressing for 14. I'm not dressing for the 85 because I'm not really going to feel that 85 because it's motherfucking 14 degrees outside.
For sure.
I hate it when they say that. It's like,
what's the coldest that you've ever been in?
Shit.
Negative 34 for me, I believe it was.
No, fuck you. You win.
I wasn't playing the lotto.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was like thinking, I was like, it's a negative, but it's like a -2 or -7. You're like, whoa, 34. It's like, shit,
that's when I was in Wisconsin. I was pregnant with T.
Oh, you're in the double digits. Oh, Jesus.
I'm on the second time around double digits.
I'm like in an igloo of old laundry and shit from the closet when it's negative 34.
I'm putting everything on at one fucking
time.
time.
It's just like, okay, I can wear this. Okay, I can't put another thing on because I gotta stay mobile. All right, but I'm gonna make this hut out of all my jeans and sweaters, and I'm gonna figure out a way that at times I can just change and put on a new sweater or something if necessary, and then just add the old one to the little hut. Oh man, negative 34.
So I think that must have been with wind chill.
See, again, I don't care. It's negative 34. What am I feeling? Negative 34.
That's what my car said. I was like, that's just fucking cold. That's all.
That's all I need. I don't care if there's wind blowing. I don't care if it's sleet. I don't care if it's just stillness and no air is blowing. If I feel this temperature, I dress for that temperature.
Fair. Do you also wear socks with your sandals?
No, I'm
just playing.
One, I don't wear sandals.
Go on, man.
I mean, I like to wear things that I know I can
Run in
I'm
if
not.
you need to.
Yeah, 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 yeah. If something's about to get down,
Look,
sandals
here's
is
the
not
thing.
it.
Let me be really clear. I live in Texas and I wear flip flops all the time. All the time. Grocery
Jesus,
store, airport, fucking work, home,
Jesus,
where in traffic to a to a theater like a play. Done. Flip flops. I've got nice flip flops and janky flip flops, and I will be damned.
wow.
I, yeah, no, it's not. No,
So you have dress flip flops.
yes, because I'm in Texas and it's fucking hot.
Yeah,
This bitch
no,
ain't putting on shoes. It's the summer.
huh.
107 fucking degrees today.
I
Hell
mean,
no. Hell no with
I mean,
107.
I
I'm
don't.
offended.
I typically don't wear shoes. I
Nah, my
typically,
man.
I
Okay,
typically
keeping it
don't.
real.
Yeah, I typically don't wear socks or shoes, and the only time I'm putting on socks and shoes is if I'm going somewhere, where I'm going
To
to
go get
somebody else's,
salads.
or I'm going, yeah, I'm going to, or I'm going to someone else's place. And even though I want to, I don't take my shoes off when I'm at someone's place because that just melts people's brains.
I'll take my fucking pants off. I don't care.
Even though I typically would, because as soon as you take shoe, oh wow, you're getting comfortable. You took your shoes off.
No, I
Well,
barely just got started, sister. I'll
really,
need you to give me a snack.
I don't want to track shit in your house, but let me look at your house. Never mind, I'll just track shit in your house.
Right. Oh, great. There's a
Does
newspaper already down. Awesome.
yeah, right. I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm not really going to mess your place up.
In fact, I
Mission
need
is
to keep
already.
them on for my own health.
Yeah, right.
So-
I don't want anything in your place crawling into my shoes, so let me keep them on me. Jesus. Yeah, I don't need any stowaways in my shoes.
This is what we're talking about today on The Dinosaur and the Dude.
Keep going. You would
It's the only
yes.
podcast with the shittiest audio, which is so fucking true,
Yeah.
but the most amazing
Yeah,
content.
no. This is awesome.
And
Hmm.
now this is
Hmm.
awesome.
Hmm.
So I just want to introduce myself. I'm the dinosaur. That's me.
Hmm.
And this is the dude.
Yo.
And now that we've got that out of the way and we welcome you back, thanks for tuning in. We're
Yeah.
going to have the dude read out the fine print. Ta-da!
Awesome.
Go.
All right, cool. Before you do the fine print, I just want to say what's up to everybody that has been listening to us. Really appreciate it. And as of this episode, we've been people have been listening to us in 10 countries, 25 25 states, principalities, or districts, and 31 cities. So thanks for all of you that keep
Yes.
listening to us. Really appreciate it. You
Do we
guys,
have anybody from Ireland or Scotland?
not
Oh,
yet.
come on, guys.
Not yet. The only thing happening is England. That's it. But
England? I mean,
hey,
England's good. I like England.
we appreciate you, England, and we really appreciate the 92% of non-specified people that
Right.
listen
Hey,
to our episodes, and the 8% females that have listened. That's great.
quick
So,
sidebar. Um, I just wanted to say to England that y'all were right, and we probably should have just stayed there to begin with. Okay.
oh wow, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
we're sorry. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Well, cool. Before we get started, that's right. The dinosaur's right. I'm going to go over the fine print. So here's the fine print as it stands today. We have absolutely none, zero, not even a modicum of credentials, um, license, degrees, or any official qualifications that would make us an authority on anything medical, anything to do with your body, anything politics, history for that matter, anything to relate with how things mechanically operate,
Oh,
anything past the planet, past our atmosphere, anything past the seats that we're sitting in right now. We have zero. Uh,
look, I may shit myself, so I just don't
yeah,
know.
we have zero say in any of that. Now, if you happen to be listening to us in any of our previous episodes for that matter, and you feel like you want to do or you're influenced by something that either one of us said, you are a fucking moron. And I'm not saying that in the sense that you are like clinically a moron. I'm just saying you're
Is that a clinical measure?
yeah, because please refer back. We don't have any credentials to make it that. All I can say is by moron, I mean you're a badass that is just really out there trying to figure out things for yourself, and you're going to go ahead and go where no one has gone. And those results, whatever those results are, we're not liable for that. We're
That's
not
true.
liable for inspiring you in any kind of way. You did that to yourself,
We're
right?
not liable for inspiring you.
Right now, if you're jacked up and in a wheelchair and trying to figure out, God damn it, if I wouldn't have listened to them, this is all on you. You brought that on
We got
yourself.
no dogs in
If you
that fight at
if you
all.
happen to be in a coma and someone in your family just thought it'd be great for you to have this on in your ears for you to listen to,
Yeah,
you
not
brought
all. Also,
you
yeah, no,
brought
not.
this on you brought this
Yeah,
on
you
yourself.
damn sure did. How about you be a better person in life?
If you're in a body cast and you said, "Well, I heard the dude mention this on the dinosaur," fuck off. You're an asshole for listening to what he said and thinking it'd be great.
Oh,
The,
that's hilarious.
the
You
point
did
of
a
the
great job for the fine
yeah,
print. Goodness.
the point of the fine print is this: you do you, boo boo.
Yes.
We don't we don't want to get sued for shit. So we
No,
have to
we're
say
broke,
this.
so I
We
mean,
have
I
to
don't know
say
what to
this in
tell
the
you.
beginning. Yeah, we have to say this in the beginning to cover our ass and to make sure that you understand that everything that you hear from this episode and the ones before and the ones in the future is all for entertainment, for us to sit around and fuck about and laugh at, and to let you all know of all the tomfoolery that's going on in the world. It's
It
some of
is.
this and a
There's
lot of
no
this is
telling.
true, but
Oh, fair,
again,
fair.
our take on it is highly suspect. Okay, so there you go. That's the fine print.
I'm gonna go ahead and claim uh, insanity.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go ahead and put that up
yeah,
there.
that's the fine print. Oh,
Good job.
yeah, thanks.
I
I
kind of
love
threw
the
that one at you.
yeah,
So,
no, I love the role reversal from that. So
and
now we
then
got
I'm all
now we
giggly
got
and stuff.
now we got two episodes that people have to search through to figure out when is the reverse episode and when is the role reversal episode. When is the
Yeah,
intro
two different
reversal?
things.
Yeah, it's the intro
They're Easter
reversal
eggs.
episode and a reverse episode. So yeah, like the dinosaur was saying, thanks to everybody for tuning in to this new episode 43.
43.
So yeah, we got things to chit chat about, but as we have been doing for a few episodes now, we start off with elder check.
Well, and a
Now,
vibe check too.
yeah, and a vibe check and an elder check. And just so in case this is your first time listening to us, thanks for waiting 42 episodes to go by before you decided to listen to us on the 43rd. But we
Welcome, you
appreciate
fucking weirdos.
we appreciate you just the same.
Yeah,
And
for
so
sure.
we
I am
do this.
mad.
Yeah, we do this vibe check just to hey, how you doing, kind of thing, and then we do an elder check because we do things with elderly people in some capacity, and so we're just like, hey, how's the elderly person that you're supposed to be watching doing? Oh, okay, let me give you a rundown on what they did. So that's what this is all about. So we're gonna jump into it and start with it. I mean, we kind of went over your vibe, but for those that have missed it, please, Dinosaur, go over your vibe.
So my vibe is just pretty chill right now,
Mm.
and I'm super excited because tomorrow I'm getting a massage by
Oh
that
wow!
lady that touched the
Oh, the
chords
one
of
that,
my soul.
yeah,
Yeah, that was ancestral.
soul toucher, soul
Yeah,
toucher.
I'm gonna go buy a 3-pack of massages from her. I'm like, I ain't
Oh,
playing
you can
around.
get
I'm gonna have
packed.
this bitch on a retainer. You know what
So
I
you can
mean?
get okay. So you can get packed. Okay, wow. So
Because it's
pause.
cheaper that way.
Oh yeah, no, no, no.
And my
Yeah, bulk
therapist
up,
says you can afford it. Or
bulk
he
up.
says, Dinosaur, you can
Hmm.
afford it. That's what
Yeah,
he
so
says to me.
bulk up on the massage thing. Yeah, it's like Costco massage. So this is like
If
so like
Costco had a massage plan, I would totally sign up for it just because. And if y'all don't know what
okay, we're gonna
Costco is,
yeah.
it's an amazing magical land where they
Mm,
have everything that you could possibly want in
hmm.
bulk, and it's at really great prices. Is all of
Okay.
this stuff healthy? No, not even close. Is some of this stuff
Where
healthy? Sure,
yeah,
but
but where is
it's
everything
just a really
healthy?
fun day. You know,
Yeah,
it's a good adult thing to do.
yeah. We're gonna. I don't want to ruin your vibe check, so I'm gonna touch back on Costco after we're done with vibe and elderly check.
Okay, awesome.
So just remind me. So okay, yeah. So it sounds like you're vibing pretty good.
And then yeah, I'm vibing good. And my mom is, she's discovered that she now has a social life, and that is all of the home health people coming to her house. She is in absolute heaven.
Wow.
I know. It's weird, but it's true.
They come to the house and she's like, "Hey, here's my new
She's
homies."
like, "Hey, how are you? How have you been? I
Right,
haven't seen
right,
you." Just
right.
no, 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 no. And she's doing the physical therapy things. She's not
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
but while she's doing that, she's not counting. She's just talking to the people because she thinks that they're there to visit with her.
Right. Right. I think that that's. I
Probably
think it.
healthy on some
Yeah.
level.
I have to think that if if you're cognitively capable of carrying on a conversation, why the fuck not? And it's making sense. You know, if you're not talking about the talking hummingbirds that come and visit you, then but if like
You
you're
mean the fairies?
legitimately yeah, if you're legitimately having a question, and that's good for the therapist too, because they're low key taking into account of cognitive capabilities as well. At least from my exposure to therapists, that's what they do.
Sure. I'm sure that there's a reason why they entertain that level of, oh, they're all
Yeah,
pals and stuff.
it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the cognitive test that you were going through. They'll okay, can you talk and do therapy exercises at the same time? Can you reflect back on what we talked about while you're doing these therapy exercises? Because those are the things that they kind of look at later on.
Oh, right.
They look at later on and say, okay, she's not doing that much of what she was doing before, or she is doing it now, but it's kind of gibberish, that kind of thing. They have their own little low
Tips and
key way.
tricks.
Yeah, because like what kind of therapy are you or is she doing? Is it just physical
She's a
therapy or
nurse practitioner. She's
uh,
got um, physical therapy. She's got occupational
she's got
therapy.
occupational as well? Okay.
Yeah. And then she has a home health nurse that comes in and helps her with her baths, even though I think that she could probably do fine, but
Right.
it takes
Yeah.
one time to slip and fall and break a hip, and no thank
Oh,
you.
for sure. Yeah, or crack your head and get a concussion. It just makes everything worse after that.
Right.
But she doesn't have speech therapy though, right?
No, she doesn't.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of familiar with all three. But
Are there any other type of therapists that come out?
um they have well, I don't know in your group, but I've heard about them having like specialist kind of therapists that come out specifically for if you really need more work with this versus another type of activity, then they have some therapists that are specialists in that. They have some therapists like that are kind of a mixture of a masseuse that will be physical therapy, but they also do massages as well to sort of to sort of encourage mobility.
Okay.
So
Which is good.
yeah, it is. It's just sort of I wish they would just say what they are. Like, okay, you're not a physical therapist, you're a masseuse. Can we just stop? No, stop. You're you've been rubbing the shoulders and the back for 20 minutes. You're a
Right,
masseuse.
but an insurance company won't pay for a masseuse, but they'll pay for a physical therapist.
Right. That's the thing that it becomes an insurance game. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
You just got to know
So
how to
cool.
play, I guess.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, however she can get the therapy, great. But,
Yeah, because she's not driving.
right.
Um, so yeah, she's doing good. How about yours?
I'll go in reverse since
Okay.
we're already on that
Fl-
topic.
Smack it,
Uh,
flip it, rub it down, Odo.
yeah. So yeah, I think that the insurance game is something that is um
Prevalent.
it's I was gonna say it's a hidden factor that really doesn't show up until your shit runs out.
But
And
it's not so hidden that we don't know it's not happening.
yeah, I mean, you kind of know it's happening in the beginning and the end. Like it's sort of
It's
like
usually how it goes.
yeah, like it's sort of out of sight, out of mind during the therapy session. But then when they say, okay, we're gonna have to go ahead and discharge you because your sessions are up, and he's like, oh, okay, discharge. Like, what does that mean? Well, insurance only, approved of X,
Hmm.
a period of X. So once you get to that point, we discharge. And I was like, oh, like a hospital. It's like, yep, and that means you're not in our services anymore.
Until
So
you have another incident and we have to come.
right, so that's what I was going to say. It's kind of different depending on your situation, but say for the situations that I manage, it's a thing of where they'll discharge you, and then after they discharge you, you have to wait like 3 months
Uh-uh.
before you can request for therapy again.
Really?
And yeah, and so you're on your own doing therapy at home yourself during this 2 to 3 month window of nothing. And if you get approved again, uh, approved by way of insurance, they'll come back over, they'll do an assessment and see how much of a decline has happened over the 3 months. And then from that, they'll base it on if they can, say, okay, yeah, he is eligible for physical therapy. Now, in my situation, at this particular time, I've told him to fuck off with occupational therapy. That's just not uh, that's not going to happen.
Right. He's probably not going to ever vacuum again.
Yeah,
He won't ever do a
he's not
dishes or anything.
right. He's not going to. Well, not even. I mean, just just on the factor of self care, he's not going to be able to put his own shirt on, his own pants on. He's not going to be able to bathe himself, brush his teeth, do his hair, that kind of thing. He can go through the
Right.
motions, but it's not. He's
Being
brushing.
done.
Yeah, he's brushing that one side of his mouth for 15 minutes straight. He's not moving it around and doing it. He's just going through the motion of going back and forth. Now in his mind, he's brushing the fuck out of all of his teeth, and they're super
Right.
shiny, right? But he's really,
Right.
in reality, is just going on one side the whole time. So you get to understand like how much of what type of therapy is really relevant, and you can, if you have the balls and ovaries, you can tell them, hey, I just need this. Because a lot of times they'll just give you the entire menu, and then next thing you know, you got people all over the place, nonstop, back to back therapy sessions and nurses and such, and you don't need them. But you leave it up to a service, they'll milk the fuck out of it. And they'll just say, oh, yeah, we got this person, this person, this person scheduled. And it's like, okay, why? We, we, we just need physical therapy. So, my advice to anybody out there that's thinking of or in this type of situation, be mindful of that type of insurance game, because service is just, they're like, we're going to get paid, and they get paid by insurance, and if they can validate their existence, then the insurance is going to, okay, well, we're going to leave it up to you, and they'll pay it. So just be mindful of that kind of thing, and just look out for what's best for you in those situations. If you get to a point where occupational therapy isn't necessary, then don't do it.
Yeah.
You'll be saving yourself a ton of frustration. And then also, um, the insurance game, that's just part of it. That's really just part of it. Everything's on insurance anyway, so you just have to, if you don't know it now, at some point you're going to get real familiar on how it all works, and then like, okay, we're only going to get this much time period. We're only going to get 8 weeks or 9 weeks of therapy out of this, because that's top of what an insurance company will allow, and then you're
Hmm.
back on the sidelines basically. So it's a tricky thing, but other than that, mine are doing all right. I think that I think I started listening to a couple of other of our episodes and realizing that there's a portion of elderly check that I wanted to add in, and it's more or less for people that may be heading down the road, or at the point where they're at the beginning of trying to make a decision of whether they should do some of the things that we talk about. And I can only talk about myself and my situation. So
Sure.
again, please refer back to the fine print. Um, we, and take into consideration that what I'm about to say is really my perspective, and you can say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be better. That's great. Hope the best for you, but hear me out. If you're at the point where you're like, okay, I want to do caregiving and whatnot for my elderly, whatever, fill in the blank, some family member. Typically, it's a family member, because, and which was the case for me as well. Family members are like, oh, we don't want to see him in a home, because you might have had another family member that was in a home, and it was really not the ideal situation or way that you wanted to see a person in your family being treated, or results, or whatever the case is. Um, so the idea is taking care of them at home.
Right.
I
So that's kind of funny that it's not funny, but it's just kind of kismet that you said that, because today I learned about filial laws,
hmm
filial responsibility,
hmm
which is if you have a parent and they can't take care of themselves either mentally, physically, financially, if a state has filial responsibility laws, depending on what state it is and how their law reads, um, you are required to take care of them.
yeah. So that's a big thing of where
In
people
Texas, they don't have that,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but in
Yes,
Kentucky and in North Carolina, they do.
right. And that's one of the things I was going to touch on, is like, which I'm super glad you mentioned that, because I was going to jack it up and just say, look at the laws in your state, but you cleared it up even better. It's it's definitely something that you have to look at. because other people in other states and countries listen to us, you have to look at it on how it relates to you. Since I don't know where you are with listening to it and how those laws all work, I can only talk about the personal factors of this type of decision. It, like, say, for instance, the laws are in your favor and you're like, yeah, yeah, I'm going to do it. And it makes sense. And oh, yeah, I'll be able to. I don't know if it's a human thing or I don't know how much of it is me personally or a human thing or what. Over time, your view of that person will change.
Sure.
However, they are in your life at the point, you have to get to a point where you just leave that behind. I've talked about it before in the know and the new, the person I know and the person I,
Mm-hmm.
it's super, super evident. The other thing is if you're doing it with someone else or someone else is living with you while that is happening, they be ready for their take, perspective, um, value, however you want to call it, of the person you're taking care of to change also. Highly likely not in the best way.
Right. It's extremely understandable though. The amount of stress that you have
Yeah.
due to the situation, even without other siblings, is is immeasurable. But then
Yeah.
you pile on the fact that we both have siblings that don't show up. They
Hmm.
don't.
Hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we can
Yeah.
put a lipstick on a pig, but it's still a fucking pig. Um,
Yeah.
they don't show up, so
I mean,
it
I think
sucks.
it's a lot of that. It's also just taking um with both of mine, one is way more capable than the other. And I think that watching the degrading of one trying to take care of another and just realizing that you're still trying to massage someone that you knew out of someone that's not, and getting trying to get a rationalization over something that you can't, you just really can't. And so say for with mine there's a degree of dementia and there's a degree of Alzheimer's um, mixed in. And when you have that degradation of your cognitive ability, any means of you trying to apply some rationale or figure out why that person is doing, saying, or being the way they are, you're you are just pushing yourself more into frustration and or a negative um, existence, relationship, response with that person because you can't. You just really you really can't. You can't be in a mindset of someone that is losing grip on reality and find some means of understanding that. You get what I'm saying? You
Right.
can't you can't you can't in a right mind, quote unquote right mind,
Mm-hmm.
be able to understand or hold accountable someone that is literally sitting in front of you eating clouds and mad at you for trying to take the clouds away from them that
Right.
they're eating and wanting to knock your head off and saying they're going to kill you. You can't you if you're still trying to hold on to the person that you knew while you can't address the person that is in front of you because you're still trying to hold them accountable for something
Right.
by way you're holding them accountable of something by way of who they used to be,
Mm-hmm.
which will never show up. They'll
Right.
That person will never show up to apologize or ever be ready to make up for whatever was done the day prior. That I think that
Right.
it's I think that that aspect of it, if especially if you like if you're dealing with somebody that's just having muscle degradation or something like that. And I've talked about it before in regards to, okay, if it's something about you that's to deteriorate, would you want it to be physical deterioration or cognitive? And I even said I'd rather physical over cognitive, because cognitive deterioration, it's not, it's it's just not what you can relate with.
Right. Because it's there gone.
Well, it's that, and it's that, but it's also the means of which you're gone too, because any kind of or means of relationship that you have with that person, that's yesterday.
Sure.
That's that's 5 minutes ago. What is in that moment is all that matters.
Right. You have to live in the present with them because that's the only thing that they have.
Because whatever clarity they had 5 minutes ago, gone. So I can only give that advice to people that are really listening to it. Like I said, we have the fine print in the beginning, because I'm not really trying to sway you to do anything. If you're really set on doing that, okay, fine. I'm not trying to tell you, nor do we have like some secret affiliation with nursing homes or caregivers and all that kind of stuff. Adult living facilities or something like that. It's not that. It's just I'm really highly cautioning people that are considering this to take into consideration the longer term effects, not just on that person that you're trying to take care of, but on yourself as well, and anyone else that's in the immediate um, interaction with that person as well. I'm not trying to
Right.
make them sound radioactive, but the shit does change you and that person
Sure.
with
Well,
you.
and like you had said, it changes you as a caregiver too. And neither one of you have a say in it, you know? Like it's just, it is what it is. So there's a huge amount of responsibility
Yeah,
on you for everything.
yeah. It's a big thing of where, like with the conditions that I deal with, there's no take this and you'll start seeing um, some sign of betterment. Every bit of medication that's out there for someone with Lewy body, or Alzheimer's or dementia, Parkinson's and the like, they're all to slow it down.
Yes.
None of them are to get rid of it. None of them is for recovery. They're all to just slow down the progress. And the progression can be different from other people. They can have any one of those for years, but then all of a sudden, one day the progression just ramps the fuck up, and it's a really steep decline. And so, unfortunately, for a lot of people, they don't get any of those medications when it's like just really super, super minimal stuff that you can cope with. Um, and then the decline hits, and they're trying to like take all these meds to play catch up. And really, there's nothing to catch up. You can't stop this. You could just kind of. It's literally like wearing a parachute. You're going.
Right.
You're just you're just trying to make your parachute as big as possible to coast down as slowly as possible.
It's also very much like trying to hold water because no matter what you do, you can't keep it all together.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. I mean, we can we can come up with several other bright and shiny analogies for you all, but the truth is that that's what it is. So y- you have to look at it on a long-term aspect of, okay, how I mean, it's not really a way that you can say how long you can put up with it or handle it because you don't know. You won't know until you're in the middle of
Right.
it. Until you're in the thick of it, you won't know. Because again, if you're starting it and it's at the minimal stuff, it might seem, oh yeah, well this is okay. I got this. Yeah. Well, when that steep decline hits, you're like, fuck, I am so it's like that time. It's like when you're walking in a pool and you get to that magical spot where you're like in the 3 foot and the fifth, 5 foot, 6 foot. You get to that magical
Like, I
little
got this. I
drop.
got this. Oh shit! No, I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. You get to that magical little drop where you don't feel the pool bottom anymore.
And
You
you
just
freak
sort
out
of
and pee on the pool.
yeah, your feet are just sort of like scraping around, kind of weird. That's what that drop is like. And you're either I gotta swim or I gotta turn the fuck back around and try and figure out a way to best manage this. And if that
Right.
means I gotta now find a home, that's what I gotta do. But in certain situations, you're fucked. You can't. You can't really find a home. And then you're just sort of like, okay, well, I guess I'll just do the best and manage the best way you can. I think though that's just my bonus elder check, to everybody is like really if you have the means to doing it, some people just wake up and they find themselves in that situation. But if you have the means of really looking at it, be honest with yourself and look at it from a long period of time aspect.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm through.
Okay.
that
Put
was
the
a heavy,
soapbox away.
yeah,
Ready?
that was a heavy 40 minutes, but I really felt like, you know, I really felt like I needed to just say something to some people that maybe in that situation and
Oh, I thought you were fixing to say maybe listening like somebody in your family.
no, no,
I would be
no.
sending every one of them an invite to this episode and being like, listen, we're talking about you, piece of shit.
It's just
Sorry, I'm
maybe,
talking about you. He's not.
yeah. I think it maybe is just one of those things that some people just don't really think about, and they think about, oh yeah, we can do this, and then you know you 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 find yourself in the middle of stuff, and you're just like,
Your
hi.
own hell that you agreed to, almost.
Well, it's like that, but it's like the shades of the hell. You just sort of,
Well, there's
and
no
it's
time for you.
well. And that's what I mean by the shades of it. It's like there's that point, there's that aspect of it, sure enough. But then it's the whole aspect of the person that you, however you're connected to them, biologically. It's not a way that you've desired to see them, interact with them, do hygienic things with them.
Right.
It's none of that is within the mindset of someone that, oh, I can't wait to be able to do that with, fill in the blank. No, it's not something that someone has had in the mindset. So that again is like just really think it through. And again, I'm not trying to deter anybody. I'm not trying to tell people like, hey, if you were about to do it, I hope that I've switched your mindset and you now put 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 your loved one away in you know in the shoebox of a nursing home. I'm not trying to say any of that in regards to what somebody
Man, this is a dismal picture.
yeah, what somebody should do. I'm just saying think it through to where you are trying to put as many factors in play as possible so that you're not trying to figure those things out in the middle of already in it
Sure.
because
Fair.
your options of what you can do are highly minimized when you're in the middle of it and you're trying to
Hmm.
figure it out while you're doing it. That's
But if you
that's
can't afford it, then it's a moot point.
yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. And what you could afford, you can't afford once you're in the middle of it.
Right.
So definitely.
So, what's on the
Okay.
deck for today? What's
Yeah.
on the deck for
So
this
the
episode?
other, yeah. So the other thing we were gonna talk about. I got some reviews.
Hmm.
All
Hmm.
right. Uh, got a weed question,
Okay, I'm there. I'm in.
and I got a UFO question. So I'm leaving it up to you. Which one do you want first?
Mm. Are any of them funny? Probably the weed one will be funny, so let's do that one last.
You think so?
Because the last two episodes we have
Wait.
left on a kind of a.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. I think the reviews might be good last.
You think so? Okay, yeah, I'm down with
It's,
it.
it's two movies. I don't know if I mean I think it's gonna be I think all of them is gonna be funny because we had that's our perspective on a lot of these things. Um,
But I'm just saying, last two episodes we've been kind of down at the end,
oh yeah, but
and
we went
I don't want
down
to
at
do
the
that. Like, I'll play
beginning.
fucking circus music here if I have to
We
tonight.
went down at the beginning, so we're gonna go good.
I'm down to clown.
Yeah, we're gonna go up. It's all hockey stick right here. So
Okay.
yeah, so I'll just ask. I'll just ask. We'll do weed, UFO, and then reviews. What about that?
Okay. Okay.
What do you think? Yo, it's the dude. Just let me interrupt this episode real quick just to let you know about Bobby Rapscallion. In case you've missed it in previous episodes when we talked about him, Bobby Rapscallion is a lifestyle brand that produces amazing CBD products. I'm talking about gummies, oils with melatonin in it. If you're looking for that sweet ass sleep, go to bobbyrapscallion.com and get CBD now. If you don't even know how many milligrams you should be taking, don't worry about it. They got a calculator on their website where you can put in your body weight and it'll tell you exactly how many milligrams of CBD you should be taking a day. Okay? There's no THC in it, so even if you get, random piss tests, you don't have to worry about it. If you're allergic to THC, you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Go to bobbyrupscallion.com and for a limited time, you can put in our code. Yeah, the dinosaur and the dude has a code. Put in the letters TDTD20 and you'll get 20% off their CBD products. That's TDTD20. 20% off Bobby Rapscallion CBD products at bobbyrapscallion.com. I don't think you can use it on the bulk. I mean, because it's bulk. I mean, you could buy bulk, but I think bulk is already at a discount, so you can't use our code. But for the individual purchases of CBD products, absolutely. TDTD20, 20% off Bobby Rapscallion products. If you're looking for high quality, high potency CBD, this is it. If you're not using Bobby Rapscallion, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. You're doing yourself a disservice. And that's it. So go there now. BobbyRapscallion.com. Get it. Use our code. Get 20% off. All right. Now enjoy the rest of the episode.
No, I'm totally fine.
You good? Okay.
So hit me
Okay.
with this question.
Okay. So weed. My question to you, being a connoisseur.
Thank
Um.
you for that
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
level of respect. Not just being a
Right.
fucking pothead.
Right. So
Okay.
I think there's some distinction in it with the stereotypical thing of saying a pothead. You do consume in a variety of different ways.
I am a connoisseur, I should say,
Yeah,
yes.
and so for that, I you've been doing it for some years. Do you feel like weed has gotten better since you started? Diversity, aside from diversity, I think, just weed for weed's sake.
Okay, so
Is,
I'm going to answer that.
is it
Yes,
weed anymore?
absolutely.
It's gotten better. Okay.
Yes, it is. It's still weed, but people now have grow farms, and
Right.
they grow it. They know when to harvest. They
Hmm.
know the watering schedule. They know what humidity it needs to be in. They know tips and tricks and stuff.
Hmm.
It's very scientific.
Right.
It's not like just throwing some seeds out in your backyard and seeing what comes up. And
Hoping for the best.
right, exactly. And there have been people over, the decades that have done just that, and then
Hmm.
have also gotten really nerdy with science and tried to make a quality product. Um, but now, uh, I mean, it's we've learned so much about it.
Right.
So it more is possible now. You know, people do experiments to try to make it better, and some work and some don't.
So
So
the education level has gone up, and so by way of that, the quality has also gone
yeah,
up.
it's more for I feel like in this day and age it's more science minded,
Hmm.
which is great. That's how we came up with all of these, you know, all the different not THC, but you know, cannabinoids.
Right,
So
right. And start breaking that down and all the different strains
yeah,
and
like what does this do, and what does this do, and what does this
yeah.
do? I mean, 50 years ago, what does this do? Well, you fucking get you high, smoke it, dumbass.
Right, right. So yeah, like it used to be where it was just region. It was
Right.
like, okay, what is it? Oh, this is some good Mexican weed. Oh, this is from Mexico? Yeah.
Right.
This is the Mexico weed. Ah, that's so much better
There's
than the
probably 3 weeds named after my neighborhood now.
it's like it's so much
I
better than
mean,
the stuff that comes up from by Canada. Yeah.
I can get it from Clarence down the street, okay? And
Yeah.
then on Rover Way, I've got you know, Curtis. And then
So
Mark has some pretty good shit too, I guess.
so the variety of it by way of education has amped up the quality. I think the interesting thing is with since the as everybody always reflects back, oh, when the bill was passed, the gates opened and everybody started going about it. I think retail wise, everyone did, and by everyone I mean everyone that was interested in cannabis in some sort of fashion. But
Oh
quality
my
wise,
god.
or
I got to
huh?
write this down. I have to write this down because I got to tell you about this. It's fucking awesome.
And so like people just making up stuff in their house or having their own little grow farms in their house. People are doing it indoors, and there are people that prefer it outdoors because this grow factor or that grow factor. Okay, got it. The interesting thing for me that I've been looking at is how some people that have had farms or have had farms for decades are now looking at it like, yeah, the people that have been prohibiting this has been behind the scenes prepping for, you know,
Hello?
yeah.
It's an all capitalism. That's what it is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and that's what I was going to finish with is I said, has the capitalist been out capitalized by since that okay, some more people that had the funds to go and really make a bigger impact, did they just happen to, do it a little bit better? That's a means and that's a factor. I think though that where it becomes a little bit more of a shadier kind of dinosaur and the dude aspect of it all
Yeah, do it.
is when you
D&D.
start to see that okay, a bunch of land was bought for this weed farm,
Mhm.
but the land was bought uh, about 10 years ago and just no one did anything with it. No one did anything with it. And then the first damn thing that's to be done with this, a weed farm. And not just a weed farm. That shit is huge. Look at that.
Mhm.
It's
Put me in
got
the middle of that. Let me
it's
take a
got
nap. I'll be good
it's
to go.
got it's got tents, it's all above
Mhm.
ground,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
is hydroponic above ground, it's got trucks going through it. Wow. Then you
Mhm.
start to realize, okay, there's this company that's out there doing that. But then you start to realize that, oh yeah, it's the company, but it really was this senator that owns that land.
Mhm.
So now you started to connect the dots and you're like, okay, so the government that prohibited it, members of the government bought land with the understanding that this is going to pass. So they went in and got all the cheap land and then set up these companies that they're not the for they're not the they're not the face of the company, but they're behind the scenes of it. And so
Right.
they've got weed farms, which then becomes the whole big pharma connect. So now there's this thing of where people are saying, yeah, weed is being mass produced. It's going to be cheaper and it's going to be far better. And it sounds very similar to how the discussion was going for crack. It's going to be
For weed.
yeah, it's going to be a week. It's going to be a cheaper way of producing this very. But you're going to get people that are going to be able to buy this cheaper
But
variant
you
of
can't
it.
get hooked on weed. I mean, it's not like
Well, I'm not saying about the hooked part.
you're like crackhead Curtis.
I'm not saying it's the hooked part. I'm saying it's the government backing and the government benefiting directly from something that less than 10 years ago
Okay, let's be
was
really clear about this.
was
As long
illegal.
as our asses are on American soil, the
Uh-huh.
government will always be making what they need to be making because that
Very,
is who they are.
very valid. Very valid. Very fair. Absolutely agree with you.
Because they have to have control.
Yeah. Well, I don't know necessarily if it's the control part or it's just a matter of I'm going to have the best angle possible, and
That's a control.
that best angle possible is going to be the most legally sewn up and protected, and
Control.
if I can corner the market, then I get the control, right? If-
Control. It's
yeah,
all control. Everything that you just said was control.
yeah. If you can get it, then and so now you got a lot of what used to be big in comparison are now small weed farms, small weed producers
So it's
that
just going to be like barbecue, okay? You want the big barbecue places, and then they start opening up the craft
yeah,
barbecue,
yeah.
and you're going to stand in line for 4 hours to get a piece of brisket, or you're going to stand in line for 4.5 hours and be told, oh, "We're sorry, we just ran out."
Oh
That's
shit.
what's going to happen. There's going to be small batch weed. It's going to be
Yeah, yeah.
it's going to be like a distillery of
Right.
wine, but it's going to be of weed. Like we've got this special
Yeah,
batch
right.
that's been soaking in an oak barrel,
Yeah.
some
You're either gonna
shit.
you're gonna
I'm
stand
like,
in
and
line.
guess what else? Here's the thing. I'm fucking here for it. Come on,
Yeah.
bring it
You're gonna be in line for 4 hours to get
with
this
your camping chair.
to get this grass fed Angus beef ribs.
Mm,
Or
so
or
good.
you're gonna hear, okay, pull forward to the second window and get your McRib and be done with it. Yeah, I got a McRib. I'm cool. I
And
am
here's
cool.
the thing, the part of the craft, quote unquote, part of
Right.
it,
Yeah.
a lot of it has to do with the care that is put into it. Because are they getting all of their beef from sustainable sources? We
Hmm.
don't know. Are
Yeah.
they getting all of the, I mean, do they have plastic utensils? Well, that's not good. I mean, there's always something that, some way that someone is going to be trying to control the situation,
Right.
but it's about what you put into it and what it means to you and as a community.
So yeah, that's where the question is weed anymore? And I it's interesting to me
I think it
because
is.
yeah, and this is why I wanted to ask you because like I said, you're a connoisseur. Been uh you've been connoisseuring
Doing
the
my research.
yeah, you've been on some heavy research for you know, decade or so.
That's
And
true.
and
At least, at
yeah,
least, at least 3 decades.
so with 3 decades,
Yeah, oh my God, 3 decades. Holy shit, that's
you've
correct.
consumed the difference. You've consumed the switch. And so you've got some growers out there that are like, I can't keep up. I can't compete. Like before it was like this friendly little grower community competition of yeah, there's this guy on the mountain, he puts out this awesome shit. And this guy in the valley, he does some amazing shit. And the two respect each other because they have their own groups that they sell to, but they never really beef because they're not really trying to knock the other one out. And then you got some, you know, Hair Trigger Harry, who doesn't give a fuck about either one of those, and
Slumlord.
he is going banana fucks on both of them because I'm gonna take over this shit. Well,
Right.
now that you have government backed, let's just call it what it is, government backed weed farms.
I mean, I'll
producing
take the Pepsi challenge. I'm just saying, I ain't afraid.
producing huge amounts in
Huge.
comparison. In comparison, I'm not talking about quality. Okay, I'm not saying that it's weaker and then the other guys are stronger. I'm not talking about
Wowie,
quality.
wowie.
I'm not talking about the quality. I'm just saying volume. Okay, because there's the supply and the demand, and if you got a bunch of this product, the price is going to go down because there's no scarcity. Well, now those really cool in the mountain farmer, valley farmer, and hair trigger hairy farmer, they're like they're not big anymore, but solely because they can't produce that volume. So now their prices got to drop because nobody wants to pay for the select or the bougie weed when they can get some cheap shit that you know no no discussion over quality, just the price is going to be cheaper because the volume.
Right.
So
Whew.
it's an interesting thing. And so I wanted to get your take on it. And it sounds like you're like, hey, if I can smoke it, I'm good. If I can
So
eat it,
here's what
I'm
I
good.
want to just put a call out to all the people. Probably the government is listening.
Oh well, yeah, they've been listening.
Um, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Hey guys, I know that y'all have openings for people who work for the government that just smoke weed, like in their day to day activity.
I didn't expect this to be a
So I'm just
job.
saying, I mean, I'm qualified, trust. I'm qualified. I can actually smoke weed and
Right?
work a
Yeah.
full-time job,
You're
plus
like,
take care of my whole family
right.
because I'm kind of on my own here. Um,
Oh damn.
and be a mom and go to
Yeah.
college and blah 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 blah, all
Yeah.
the stuff that I've done. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm in it to win it. I've got references if you need. We could probably put a montage together of special moments in the episodes that we do.
Oh
I'll
boy.
be willing to take a piss test, and I guarantee you won't come clean.
Right. Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
like, you're
ready.
taking it. Nope. Here's my urine. Check it out. Oh,
I'm just like, know this. It's already in my system.
check it. Check it
I would do a service to society. Speaking of, and I found the car that I need to get. And I'm gonna send that to you right now.
Okay.
So this is definitely my vibe. This is what I need to get.
Oh shit. That's hilarious. While we're sitting in
Let
this
me know when
car.
you get it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a cannabis.
Yeah.
It's a green
Oh,
cannabis.
Jesus Christ.
So awesome. I could turn that into an RV.
Well, that's an RV. You could get.
Well, no, I think it's like a bus.
Oh my God. No, but I'm saying an RV is an RV. You want
Oh,
an
right, right.
RV. You want an RV. You don't want a bus because the next thing you know, people are just prying those doors open and
I do. Look, okay. Anybody want to come full fledged at me? I got some anger issues, but it's up with
oh
me. Okay. I
boy,
used to play a sport that was aggressive on purpose. I
that
have
is
broken one of my best friend's femurs.
that is so hilarious. You're like, hey,
I'm like,
if
open them
someone
fucking doors and see what happens. Okay.
if someone
You
happens,
licking concrete.
yeah, if somebody happens to want to, document what it's like to be a fully functioning connoisseur, hit me up. Yeah, it's like the whole
Yeah. I'm going to
session.
make cards and everything.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to make cards.
Oh boy. So bouncing bouncing from one little conspiracy government kind of thing
Okay.
to
Hit me.
another. Hey yo, just real quick before we get any further, just want to make sure drop this bit of knowledge. If you're looking to get something done, where it's you're trying to, you got this great idea, but you want some merch, and we're pretty transparent here, the dinosaur and the dude. So it's not like we've got like a glass blower in the back, but what we do have is a great partnership with Printful, and Printful is great, okay, and great for what we need. Now, If you're looking to get your merch going, you're looking to get some shirts, some glasses, and pillows and underwear, whatever, go go check Printful out. Highly recommend it. And if you go to our website, The Dinosaur and the Dude, and you use our link, okay, go ahead, use our link to let them know, hey, we sent you. Uh, you're gonna be able to get an account set up. You'll get 20% off free shipping of sample orders. So go check it out. We highly recommend it. It's something that we use to make sure that we have a variety of merch for everybody that wants some. Any of our listeners or just people that are looking, I want some cool glasses with some shit on it that doesn't make any sense in the rest of my house. Great. We've got that. Go check out our merch. And if you're looking to develop some on your own, cool. Printful is it. Use our link. Get 20% off of, you know, an order sample and some other goods that can go on. Just go check them out. Printful, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. We got you covered. All right. Get, go ahead. Get back to the episode. We got more shit to say. All right. So, and this is probably going to rile a couple of people, but whatever. It's on your mind. So we got this whole thing where it's been talked about and talked about. Ugh. I'm at the point where I'm like, ugh, with it. Like, just come on, do it. Just get it over with. Let's just have
Feet
it.
pics?
The
Feet
Yeah.
pics?
Well, feet pics. That's another episode because I'm trying to figure that out too.
So that's not it. Okay, go ahead.
So apparently we're supposed to be, hit with the whole invasion, UFOs and whatnot, right?
Eventually,
And
if they think we're worth it. I mean, we're pretty much
yeah,
destroying
well,
ourselves anyway, so fuck it. Just they may be like they're good. Okay, they got 10 more years.
so
They're done.
like the conspiracy of it is that it's supposed to be a secret kind of false flag. It's not really UFOs. It's the government ushering in a whole new lifestyle that they're trying to, force upon people. And the best way to do it is by having a disaster come and bring everybody together and agree on all the other things that we really didn't want, but now we see the point of it. And yeah, one government, one, you know, digital money, uh, food from this source and that source, and we're gonna agree to it because whatever is about to happen with this alien invasion, we're gonna see the light and change our ways and want to do it. And I can't help but think, will we do it? Is it gonna be like for me when September 11th hit, and some people are like, "Oh shit, okay, wait, this is too too that's too deep." Maybe not. So there was a lot of things that went through when you think back to that time. There was a lot of things that went through that a lot of people afterwards was like, "Hey, why the fuck are are why can people listen in on conversations? Why do we get screened for this? Why are these monitoring systems in place? Why did and you realize that okay, a lot of that shit passed around that time period.
Right. And they said
For
because it was national security.
Right, exactly. And I think that in some way people thought once this need for this level of security has passed, we'll go back to our, you know, skipping the streets and having good old times like before. And
hmm
and and it didn't, and some people kind of like, but we kind of got used to it and we just accept it now.
It's because we were conditioned.
Right. Well, because before that, there was no TSA checking your shit before you got on a plane. I mean,
Right.
you're 2 minutes. away from, being late from a plane, you could just go free running through an airport, throw your ticket,
So true.
throw your ticket at an
Just throw
attendant,
your ticket out
and then
and
it just
keep
go,
going.
and they
I'm a
go,
coming, bitch.
yeah, and they go, beep, keep going. We'll give it to the stewardess to get you. And there was stewardess. There was no fucking flight attendants, and people were just running through. I mean, it was bizarre because people would just be running through airports. They go, move out of my way. And they're trying to get on the
You
plane.
see that on movies now, and I'm like, that person would be shot.
Yeah, no one's tackling them. It's like everyone's like, "Ooh, I hope he makes it." Oh my god! Oh, look at that
This is
fucking dumb.
riveting.
It's fucking dumbass. Somebody's like, it's like NASCAR. People are just watching them to see if they're gonna trip over luggage. Now, and they come on the plane. They've got toenail clippers. They've got fucking cuticle shears. They've got all kinds of shit.
Right? If you
They're
can murder or
they're
maul somebody with it,
yeah, yeah.
they try to bring it on.
They bring all the tools that you can murder people and hotwire airplanes with, all at the same time of
It's a
bringing,
multi-tool.
yeah, bringing 8 different fruit and a fucking ear of corn, and they are on the plane next to you.
Right.
Not so
Like
much,
that chick at DFW airport
yeah.
with the he's not real.
Oh yeah, that chick. That yeah, you could consume as many drugs as you wanted to, and you get on the
She's tripping
you
balls.
can consume all the fucking Dramamine you wanted, and then the flight attendant would still say, "Would you like something to drink? Would you like some beer or alcohol or wine?" Yeah, sure.
Anything to calm you down?
Give me all three. I'll let you know which one works best. It's
I'll
like,
take a weed cookie. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
it's like,
Fresh if you don't mind.
yeah, and the flight attendant's like saying, "Hey, you know what? Fuck it, I got a Quaalude right here. Okay, fine, cool, thanks. Thanks for flying with us. Yeah, give me those wings,
Flying
bitch.
high. Thanks for flying high.
Give me those wings, bitch." That's it was, but
You meet me in
now
the back from Maha. Never mind.
now, you know, TSA is like, yeah, you can't have that pocket knife. Well, it's like my grandfather's. No, you can't. Nope,
Sorry, we're
nope.
confiscating that.
You got to mail it back to yourself, and
Oh my god, right.
by mailing it back to yourself, that's going to be $48 to mail that pocket. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, you got to have $48 to mail it back to you. If you don't have $48, you got to put it in this box. And when you come
You will
back,
never see it again.
when you
We're
come
sorry that
back,
it was up your grandfather's butt.
yeah, when you come back, maybe it will be in this box. And you look in the
Mm-mm.
box, and it's just like all this shit, lighters
It's
and
like a
pocket
tampon
knives.
and
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's a tampon, and it was already pulled out because they didn't believe it was a tampon. They're like, "Yeah, okay, it is." But you can't put it back in, so you just throw it in the box. All kinds of shit. But all of that stuff we needed when September 11th happened. We're like, "Hey, we want flight scans. We want you got to show forms of ID. We want we want cameras all over the
well,
place
that was
scanning."
also a big. It was a necessary
Yeah,
and a very huge way to flex.
right.
This
We
is what
want,
we can do. This is the services that we're
and
providing you.
we want air marshals. We want quick response, um, law enforcement. We want all this shit, and it wasn't just at the airport. It was also within cities that could find the means of wrangling that budget or getting that budget boost and getting in there. And so I say all of this because I feel like if the alien thing is a staged event to get government powers in place, that's just going to be more than we can comprehend right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think people are just going to not fucking care. Like they're
yeah,
going to be throwing lasers
right,
everywhere, and there's going to
right,
be fucking aliens and people,
exactly.
whatever. And they're going to be like, "Oh no, we're going to do this and this and this, and
Yeah.
we're going to save you." And we're just like, "Fuck off,"
And
you
I think,
know.
yeah, no, absolutely. That's the thing is like, I think it's going to be like something we can't even comprehend right now. And at the same time, I think people are not, like you just said, I think they're not, they're going to be like, you know what? Like the government could do it, But then also the government could really fuck themselves if they do it too much. Like if they do it too much, people are gonna be like, you know what, fuck this. Let's just go ahead and just fuck right here in the yard. Look at look at that.
Who gives
Look
a shit,
look at
really? I
look
mean,
at
who
that thing.
fucking cares?
Look at that thing in the sky. How is
I'll
that there?
paint my ass blue and they won't be able to touch
How
me.
yeah. Like how is that thing in the sky? Look at that. This is as big as it's as big as the city block. Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna go over here and I am going to get with my neighbor and just fuck them in the yard. You know what? I'm like, hey Barry, I've never been into dudes, but look at that alien. It's my only chance of it.
Look
It's
at
my
that,
only
they're in the sky.
yeah, it's my only chance left. So I just want to try it out before this thing blasts. Look at it. The laser blast is gonna kill all of us. Nobody's gonna remember us fucking in the front yard. Let's do it. And I think that we're not
Let's
gonna.
go.
I think that all the stuff that's gonna come into place. Nobody's gonna say whatever. And just like September 11th, it's gonna get to a point where no one, no one gives a shit after a while.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that like after that time period, there was not a point. There was this brief point of where people were doing shit the way everybody hoped they would be doing it. Like people cared about people, made sure everybody, hey, you good? Okay, hey, if you need anything, let me know. Hey, it was like this whole kind of union of people getting together and we're all gonna push forward for this,
Right.
for us to all feel safe again and let everybody know. Now, honestly, from our perspective, was there an overindulgence of flags? For sure. But
Well,
overall,
one could say that about the LGBT community
yeah,
as
right.
well.
Yeah,
Please refer back to
please,
episode insert
please,
here.
please, yeah. But after a while, all of that fizzled out. And it's like, hey guys, we're here, we're there. We're all like now pushing together. Wait, no, don't go separate ways. No, no. And then we all just sort of figured out how to manage with all the new shit that was in place and all of the background checks and the TSA and the no fly zones and the monitoring of cell phones and call logs and cell tower monitoring and flag words that were up there that anytime you say these certain words on any kind of device or type it in any kind of chat, you were getting monitored or they were getting rated. None of that shit became a thing that we balked at anymore. It just became a thing of, well,
It is what it is.
yeah, this is our new, way of doing things. And then we just sort of managed to do the day, and get back to doing the crazy toxic shit that done before, just in a new way of doing it. And I wonder, like, how long that would be if the whole alien thing, took off like people are assuming it will. Like, how much of that would get all the things that was necessary to get in place, and then boop, we're kind of sort of in our new normal.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, I'm saying yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's no telling. And they're just very much so into distractions
Hmm.
and shorter attention spans,
Oh
but
yeah.
very much so in I mean, think about it. When we were little, we used to watch hours upon hours of cartoons. And now kids are watching reels and they're flipping through thousands of them a day. I mean, just like nothing.
That's the sound effect for flipping through, by the way. If
Is that
anybody
what that
listening is
was?
like, what was that? That's
I
just
was like, is he having,
yeah,
I don't know what's
yeah,
going
right,
on.
right. I no, you're absolutely right. I think the mentality is different. I think the way information is digested now is different. I just wonder what will be the things that people will balk at that moment that will make sense to implement at that moment because quote unquote we need it for safety, security, and all the other buzzwords that is going to get thrown out in order to validate the need for it. But then right after we start realizing what took place, and we're like, well, how the fuck did that come into place? And we're like, well, uh, you approved, everybody was pushed through Homeland Security, and nobody really read what was entailed in the Homeland Security Act. Nobody really read it. We were just like, sounds
Well,
yes,
of course, whenever it's thousands of pages, you
yeah,
can't read it.
right. You're like, sounds awesome. What?
This is how people would charge $3,000 for a fucking hammer.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
because
Like,
they slide it in there.
it's like, well, wait. Can you give me a rough, just like boil it down, just boil it,
Cliff notes.
boil it
Cliff
down,
notes.
and then get what you boiled down and boil it down again, and then get that and just read a quarter of it, the first quarter of it
Right.
to me, and then
Like skip any words that is and,
yeah, right,
the prepositions are out.
right,
It's verbs and nouns. That's it.
yeah, don't, and of those
Humans
verbs,
fuck.
yeah, of those verbs and nouns,
Government distracts.
no compound word, yeah, humans fuck, government distract, keep it moving. Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
That's what this is all about. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Pretty much.
What is it stand? What is the name of United? We stand against aliens.
Fuckery.
Oh, okay, so still USA? Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. I'm for it. Fuck me, man. Yeah. All presidents get 3 terms, and paper money is almost out, and
Hello, what else, right?
you
Oh,
get
and
the credit
if
system
we don't
comes into
like
play.
where you live, we're just gonna burn you off of the planet.
Yeah, the credit system comes into play, and everyone lives in unit housing or unit towers. And it's like, oh, yeah, well. So now, yeah, it's just, I was just thinking about that. I was like, okay, I gotta bounce it off the dinosaur because it just seems like that's a really good reset plan.
Mm-hmm.
Like fall in line,
For sure.
or look at these big fuckers in the sky. We gotta protect you from that. If we don't protect you
I
from
don't
that,
at this point, I don't know that it would be, I mean, worse. Really?
I mean, I
I mean,
think
I'm
that,
not saying that the whole
yeah,
world is damned and it's all
oh,
doom and
yeah,
gloom, because
yeah,
it's not.
yeah, no,
But I
yeah,
mean, seriously, with the fuckery, can we not just live life peacefully and get the fuck along?
no, because refer back to the previous topic,
Ugh.
control,
Yeah,
control.
control.
Gotta have that control.
Fuck
Look,
that.
look, dinosaurs and porpoise,
Poor
they can,
pies.
they can, they can only, they can only do so much. I
Don't
mean,
tell me what I can do. I can do it all.
the porpoise can only, and octopuses. Don't even think. Don't even think. Yes, motherfuckers. I know the plural is octopi. I just find octopuses being a
Calm
little
down, motherfuckers
nice.
and fatherfuckers.
Yeah, I think octopuses are a lot more correct. Just nobody wants to own it because it's not octopus. We call them octopus. Okay, we call them
Yeah, we
octopus.
don't call them octopi.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. You can't even say it. Yeah,
Octopi would be
octopi.
the singular form of
Octopi would be the
octopi,
octop. Yes, we did. Right,
because we've got the
absolutely,
line underneath the
absolutely,
eye.
absolutely. You're
So
right.
it should be octopi.
But we don't do that, do we? We say octopus. So guess what? It's octopuses. It's octopuses, octopuses. So yeah,
Octopuses.
nobody's controlling them. You can't even keep them in the
Mm-mm.
zoo. So you got to get these people together, and the best way to do it is make it an insurmountable, a seemingly insurmountable of force. Like, oh my God, there's so many aliens in the sky, and then somehow, some way, humanity bounces back and they're able to fight it off. But in order to do that, we got to put some things in place. And you're not going to like them. but you're gonna survive if you comply. And if you comply, awesome. You're gonna,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't, eh, you're gonna get, you know, obliterated. And
Sorry
we're,
about your bad luck.
yeah, and you can't say we didn't tell you. No. So go get in this underground mine that we've already built. Yeah, it was built 20 years ago. Yeah, we were thinking ahead. We were thinking ahead. So
We knew what we were doing.
yeah, so go ahead and get in it and churn out the soy bricks, and we'll let you know how it goes above ground. Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, right. And then seal us shut. Like you've watched all these disaster movies that kind of tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna get sealed in the ground and shit's gonna go crazy. The gravity is gonna get all jacked up, but we'll manage. And then next thing you know, it'll be all commonplace, and everybody will forget about what above ground looked like, and we're good. We're good. We're good. Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be fine. You know what? As a matter of fact, forget about everything we just said. Everything's
We
gonna be
lied. You
everything's
know
gonna
what? We was wrong because we
everything's gonna
lied.
be a okay, a okay, a o motherfucking
Because
k.
so and so was having an affair with so and so, but we got that under. It's good now, so we're
That's all
good.
that was
It's
going
good. It's
on.
fine.
That's all that was
Hmm.
going on.
That's it.
No. Hey everyone, it's the dude. And I don't know if you picked it up on previous episodes, but I'm learning another language, and I have to admit, I suck at it. I've been trying to do it for years, and I suck at it. And maybe you do too. I don't know. I don't know how you are. Maybe you're even thinking about learning a new language. Cool. Let me tell you about Pimsleur. They are a solid learning option that you should really look into if you're trying to brush up on a language, learn a new language, or whatever your language journey is. I use Pimsleur. I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't use it and didn't think it was pretty awesome. You can learn at your own pace. The audio lessons are about 30 minutes, and you have flashcards and timed uh, little speed rounds, whatever floats your boat as far as being able to get you to learn the language. You're doing it on your own pace. But the way that Pimsleur does it with these lessons that you can do at least once a day, they're great. You're bound to get results. And that's why you can go on our website, The Dinosaur and the Dude, scroll down to the bottom, whatever page you're on, scroll down to the bottom, look for the Pimsleur link, click on that, and get a week for free. Yes, an entire week of Pimsleur for free. You start using that, you're going to start learning the language. And you're probably going to get it confident enough to start speaking it within 30 days. So take it from me. I use it. I love it. I wouldn't be recommending it. Use our affiliate link on The Dinosaur and the Dude. Click on that link. Get a week for free of Pimsleur. Start learning the language you've been screwing around and not trying to learn the right way. Start learning it and get going speaking another language. All right, that was it. Do it. TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Click on the link, get a week free. If you don't, you're absolutely nuts. Now back to the episode. Okay,
So
so
tell me about this reviews. I'm really
I
curious.
got
And look
two
at you for watching movies. Good
the
for you.
dude reviews. I got two.
Toe.
The first one is a horror movie.
Don't call her that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
horror.
horror
It's
movie.
a
Okay.
horror. It's a
It's a
horror.
horror. I'm like,
Okay, so
oh, I don't doubt it.
the first one's called Family Blood. And by the way, these are both on Netflix, so if you want to check them out, it's called Family Blood, and it's a horror movie. It's about this chick. She's an addict, and she's trying to get over that, and she meets someone that helps her get through it. And I kind of got a sneak peek at what it was all about right before I hit play, and at the very bottom it said what kind of scary movie it was. So And that sigh means disappointment.
I see. Yeah.
But
I've picked up on that before. I don't mean to be
no,
emotionally intelligent,
right,
but
right.
I'm emotionally savvy
Yeah,
because I have emotions too sometimes.
I don't
But
mean to,
I picked up on that one because
yeah,
I know what is up. Okay.
right. I didn't mean to flex my emotional savvy, but it was kind of transparent. No, so okay, I it's a vampire movie, but I
Mhm.
think what was good, I think the approach was good, and then after a while, it just became such a thing that was so daunting, they just stayed surface level. It was like they were trying to talk about addiction,
Okay.
but they were doing it in a way where this lady was getting over her addiction to if I recall correctly, painkills, pain pills.
Painkills. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of gave away the spoiler ending for anybody on pain pills. It kills. Okay, so she's getting through that, and she's going to AA, and she's all like, "Hi, I forget her name. Hi, I'm Donna. I'm an addict. Hi, Donna.
Tracy.
Yeah, hi, hi,
We
Donna.
got coffee and cookies in the back.
Exactly. It was a whole stereotypical setup. Yeah, and it's all like she talks about her
But you can go to
journey.
the bathroom and get whatever you need.
Yeah,
You know?
they all have they always have these shitty paper cups, and so she's going through her story and
The
how
wax kind. You
yeah,
know the
she's
wax
like
kind? Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, the kind that you can't it starts to get all soggy. And so she's all like, yeah, I'm trying to get back custody of my kids, and it's like the stereotypical story. I think it could have been so much better because they introduced this they introduce um a vampire. Okay,
Okay.
the vampirism aspect comes in, and he's just trolling. He's just
Are you a fan of that?
a
Like, do you
vampire.
like Twilight?
No,
Twilight?
no,
Okay. Or
I've
what
not.
is it called?
No, you hit it right on the head. I've yet to
Twilight?
watch. I don't like it, but I've yet to watch Twilight, and I think I just didn't like Twilight because all the hype with it. I
Yeah,
am
fuck the
more
hype.
I'm more into the gritty type of vampire movie, like Midnight Sun. If you could find that, really good vampire movie.
Okay.
Makes you rethink Starbucks. Uh, so
Okay.
But and this one I felt like had the potential of doing it, but then they sort of went with the typical tropes. And so this vampire comes in. Oh yeah, by the way, spoiler everybody, fuck off. I know I'm late, but whatever. Any reviews we do is always full of spoilers. So
That's
dude
true.
comes
That's true.
so dude comes in and he's just trolling these addicts, right? He knows I am a vampire. I can do whatever I want to any of these people.
Hmm.
They and and it can be blamed as a drug overdose, whatever. So you
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, so you're really
I mean, it's not good. Don't get me wrong.
no, yeah, the angle's good though. Uh,
You're right. Right.
it's a very good calculating angle, and so you're looking at that and like, okay, I mean, clearly this dude, like if you're scanning the room, you're like, vampire. You're sir, stand up. You're a vampire. We get it.
Sir,
Yeah,
you in the back. No,
you
no, not you. You sit down. You stand up. You
you're
look eternal.
you're the only clean cut, eternal looking dude here. Okay, you
Right.
just
I mean, we don't even deny it at this point because we
you
know.
just showed up today.
I don't
Dan-
have time for this. You do apparently all
yeah,
the fucking
yeah.
time.
Danny, David, and Donna has been here 3 months straight. You just showed up in your camel trench coat, and no, sir, no, leave, leave. The power of Christ compels you. Leave. So
Here's your garlic necklace. Enjoy.
yeah, but and I think where it fell off was it had this great opportunity to reverse the perception of being a vampire as an addiction and
Ooh.
the person struggling with that addiction of I don't want to but I need to drain blood, I need to get
Well,
sustenance,
I
I
need to
need
be a size 4, but that has yet to happen.
right. So this dude he for some reason or another he gives some lame excuse later on in the movie, and by this time the movie has fallen off the potential that it could have been. Um, this chick is she's doing well. She's got kids. Somehow she gets her kids back, and her kids are living with her. And she's still going to AA meetings, but she happens to see Randy, who didn't come to the meeting, and she sees him in a park, and Randy doesn't talk to her, and she's like, well, I hope you're doing well, I hope you get better, Randy, and see you at the next meeting. And he doesn't say anything. He just looks up and says, hey, I got some old lady's pills if you want some. And she's like, and so boom, she falls off the wagon right then and there. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, just like that, huh?
Just
She said,
like,
"Oh, I'll go ahead and get off
yeah,
now,
just
I
like
guess."
that. It's like at certain point in this movie, it seemed like they were like, hey, look, we only have $250 left. Okay, let's speed this shit up and get to the get to the end as tidy as we can.
Let's make this good as we can do it.
Yeah, and so the son's going through his things because his parents are split. The mom's an addict, but for some reason they get to live with the mom. The sister, she's relying on the brother to hold it down, but the brother he's in fights all the time. He starts falling for this chick that's tagging. Meanwhile, the mom with one pill looks like she completely ODs on a swing set in the park thanks to Randy.
Fucking Randy.
In the background is creeper new guy at the AA meetings.
Enter stage
Yeah,
left.
right. Vampire dude who, and this point of where she's slumped over in this kid swing, she looks, quote unquote, she looks so vulnerable and and
Mm-hmm.
and innocent to me that he decides I'm gonna go ahead and make her a vampire. She'll like that. So he kills
Bitch be
Randy.
looking good in vampires.
Yeah, he kills
Mm.
Randy and he's like, I'm gonna make her not hurt again for the rest of her life. And by that I mean I'm gonna go ahead and give her some of this sweet vampire blood.
Or
So
you're gonna take. He's actually gonna eat her blood.
so no,
You gotta
he
bite her.
eats
You gotta
he
bite
eats
her.
he eats Randy. But no, he doesn't even bite her. He just sort of gives her some of his blood and then he just goes ahead and takes Randy and drains him in a paint bucket.
That's
I
what
don't,
I'd fucking do.
yeah, I don't know why. Um, Seems like a lot of trouble and a lot of aiming, you know, to get that in a paint bucket just right, sir. You didn't want to have a tub somewhere. You wanted a paint bucket. You're showing
A
off.
vat of some sort.
Yeah, you're showing off.
You're right. Don't be a dick, okay?
Yeah. So meanwhile, this chick wakes back up on the swing set, like rejuvenated. She's like, "Whoa, okay, wow,
Yeah,
that."
because she's got the elixir of life in her.
Yeah, and she's like, "That pill was jacked. I mean, I thought it was a, I thought I was gonna be out, but now I'm ready to do shit." So she's all going home.
Is she gonna start vacuuming in the middle of the
Yeah,
night?
yeah. This is like all of a sudden, this is like got a back hit of acid or something, acid cocaine. I don't understand what's happening.
What's this forward taste? What's it? Acid.
Yeah,
That's what that
yeah,
is.
right. So, but no, Vampire Dude's not done. He's got to knock her out and drain her some more. Meanwhile, this is where it goes more off the rails because now the mom is feeling great. She's doing well, but she's going through the sickness of being a vampire. So now she's
She's dope sick, red
right,
blood sick.
right. Which is where again I feel like they could have really done more work with that to show that addiction level, that way of where she's experiencing something and it's an addiction, but it's a different kind now. But it was like it had this moment of where it was able to bridge that comparison, but it just sort of gave up on it because she was having, like you said, she was getting dope stitch and she was throwing up and she was stuck. She was experiencing that, thinking that she was coming, having withdrawals and whatnot after taking some of those pills from Randy, not
Okay.
knowing anything about the vampirism thing going on, and her body just getting amped up and cleaned out because of that, and she's not getting any new blood in her system. So she
Blood.
and her son is now upset with her because he thinks she's fallen off the wagon again. And they've
Of
been,
the blood wagon?
no, he doesn't know anything about the vampirism. He thinks she's,
Oh.
and so they've lived with her through her addiction. So they know what it's like when she gets on some more drugs and she's trying to get off again. So
Mhm.
the son's like, no, fuck this. We're leaving. We're gonna
Yeah,
go.
exactly. That's
We're
what I
gonna
would
go
do. I'm
live.
bouncing up out of this
We're
bitch.
gonna
You
go
can
live
fuck
with dad.
off.
We're gonna go live with dad. I don't even know how we. I don't even know how the courts allowed us to live with her in the first place. Which again, I'm watching the movie and I'm like, I don't understand why the courts did either, homie. I don't know why. What did your
Right.
dad?
If it all made sense, then
Like, wait, what did your dad do that the courts were like, hey, you two kids, go live with your addict mom. Go, yeah,
ooh.
go do that. She's 3 months clean. Go do that. The dad's not. The dad's like functioning and productive and clean. Nope. Mm-mm. The movie won't be a movie unless you go live with your. Like it didn't make any sense. Like
Sure.
you never saw the dad. He never came over. He never did anything. It was like, did they kill him? It's like who
Well,
killed the dad? So in any case, the movie was just sort of it 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 fell apart. I liked it for the that it tried to tackle the the task of making you know one addiction and then this whole and how vampirism can be an addiction and how you get sick and how you get super high when you're drinking blood and living off
I feel
that
you.
and you have all those you feel like you're on top of the world but really it's deteriorating your body but you're super sexy when you're on top of it
Hell yeah.
and then eventually at the end of the movie it's showing she's still alive. You don't know where the kids are, if she ate the kids or what, you don't know. And she's got false teeth um,
Okay. Oh, okay.
because she's rotting out,
Right.
so
That's fun.
she's got to keep the appearance. So there's that. So yeah, I recommend it for people that want a different take on the whole vampirism trope, um, but just leave your hopes and aspirations for what
At the door.
yeah for what it could have been. If you're wanting to get a little bit more to where I think the movie hits a lot more on what this movie was trying to do, again, look at Midnight Sun. It really hits a lot better of what this movie could have been. So now the second one,
Okay. Okay.
Ride or Die.
And what
Now,
kind of movie is this?
first off, it's not a gang related movie. So
I thought it maybe was about two mom friends
uh-huh.
and they were in it together, like a
Uh-huh.
rom-com.
Uh-huh.
Is it not that?
No. No,
Okay.
but you're close. You're close. So
Okay, is it Wesley Snipes and no is it Chris Rock
I
and
don't know. I don't know why.
Big
As soon as you said Wesley Snipes, that did it.
Tell me, is it is it Chris Rock but also Jackie Chan or and their ride or die together because then they was when they was on their way to to something and something went wrong
I mean,
because they
you're
were going
literally you're. Oh my
and then they
god.
were literally riding but they were figuratively riding as well. So is that am I close?
Oh my god. Oh shit! Like you're in the most roundabout way of describing all the rush hours. So, oh Jesus.
It's a good set. It is a good
Yeah.
set of movies.
Oh man. Oh, this one, I don't know why it was called Ride or Die, but I think it was a matter of translation because it's a Japanese movie. And it's a very interesting one in the fact that it's about two women.
Damn time.
It's about two women in it flows back and forth in different times of their lives. And you come to realize that they've been in each other's lives since grade school. And by grade school, I mean like high school. Yeah,
Okay.
high school. Um, one is rich, one is not, and you pick up on them later on in life. And one is in a relationship. Well, they're both in relationships. One's married, and one is not. One is a lesbian in a relationship, seemingly loving relationship, and both are seemingly loving
But does she
relationship.
dabble though sometimes? You don't have to be a lesbian to
Well,
dabble,
wait.
but did she get crazy in her college days?
Oh, yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
you come to find out that both of them, um, well, one of them was really into the other, and the other one was trying not to show it when they were in high school. And so the one that's in a lesbian relationship, she is like at this point in her life, she's an adult. She's done with her friend that she was in high school with, where her friend is married to a dude, and finds out this dude is abusive.
Ooh.
And she calls up this chick that she's going to high school with. Um,
Okay.
and even though, like I said, she's lesbian, she's in a committed relationship right now. Um, she still answers the call.
You there?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's in a committed relationship,
Are
and
you okay?
yeah,
Okay. Just making sure.
why? Because you saw the screen do a little funny thing.
No, because you just went quiet for so long and I was like, "Oh god."
Oh yeah, the I don't know, it did a little reset or something. It showed on my screen too that it was something that happened, but I kept through it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was just
no,
wondering.
no, no, I'm
Sorry.
good. No, I'm good. You're good too. Because I didn't know if it was just on my end or if you were seeing it too.
No.
It just went silent. Well, in any case, dude's abusive. She calls this chick she hasn't talked to in years, and she's like, "Yeah, what's going on?" Yeah, she's like, "Yeah, you're right. This guy's, wait, he's what? He's been okay, all right, bet." And that's all her friend knows. It's like, okay. She comes over, she checks on her, and of course, she's got feelings for her still. She's like, "Yeah, God damn it, I wish it would have been the two of us together." And it's like, "Yeah, but you got
Did
two."
they have relations?
No,
Oh, okay.
but and so then you go back to when they're kids and you realize, okay, she's always had the hots for her, but for one reason or another, and there's a lot of in this movie. There's a lot of social overlays, with LGBTQ community and
Mhm.
and everything. So it became a thing of where like one was just outwardly lesbian, and she didn't care what other people thought, and the other one was like, okay, you didn't know for sure if she was, because she was trying to maintain that social structure so much, and she didn't want to get ousted by her family or anything like that. She was like, we could be friends and or show interest at school, but don't don't seek me out outside of school, kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And so it was, what made it a little bit more a little bit more risque or taboo or whatever, is that some of the other girls also knew that they they were sort of they were lesbian and they were into each other, but weren't really official.
Sounds like my kind of movie.
So yeah, so then next thing you know, oh, it gets more your kind of movie. And
Oh, okay,
I'm
good.
not trying to paint the picture for you, but yeah, it gets more your kind of movie. So
Mhm, mhm,
chick that
mhm.
chick that you realize that the one that has been always, yo, I'm lesbian. I really don't give a fuck. And let me tell you, you are the chick that, like, I've basically she had stayed away
I
from.
love you.
Yeah, well, no, basically she stayed away from her because she was like, I get so much in my feelings for you that I I get a little crazy. So now
Oh, gayfers.
this chick that I'm with right now, she's been keeping me level. But now that I'm here with you and I left her, like she left her partner to go check on this chick, and she's like, okay, well, she's like, yeah, she called me. It's like, okay, so you're gonna go and see her? Yeah, she sounded like she was in dire straits. I'll be right back. Yeah, she never returns. So she goes to see this chick, and she's like, yeah, dude beat me up. And she shows her the bruises and everything. She gets naked, and she just see all like you're
Tell me more.
you're pretty sure these are broken ribs and whatnot, right?
Oh shit.
And so she's just like, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of you. Don't worry. No. What are you
I
gonna
got
do?
you, boo boo.
What are you gonna do? Don't. It's good.
Like you don't get to say right
Now,
now what I do.
now, as I mentioned, it's a Japanese movie, but you can put the subtitles on, or you can do dub, or you can do just straight up Japanese if you want to flex. But dub is fine. The dub version, you get the story just the same. So she's like, "Hey, can you divorce your husband?" No, I can't because it's this, that, and the other. So okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make sure he doesn't come back around. He's
Hmm.
like, wait, what? Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
So next thing you know, she's fucking this chick's husband,
What?
or she's about to fuck this chick's husband. And you're
The
like,
lesbian?
yeah, and you're like, wow, okay, whoa, she's about to like,
I mean, not to say that that couldn't happen because
she's
it
about
does
to
all
like
the time.
catch this dude and like, hey, haha, see, he cheated. You cheated on her. And I'm the one that knows, and I'm her best friend, and I love her, and you can't, you're thinking that's no, she straight up paints the room red with this motherfucker.
Hellfire and damnation.
Holy, you're like, well,
Bitch, you won't calm down? Okay.
you're like,
Here's the Snickers.
no, I don't think he's getting up. No, okay, okay. See all that stuff that's all over the room? He needed that
That.
inside. Now that it's outside, I don't think he can.
It's going to probably be a little messy.
I don't think there's a band-aid on the planet that makes this right. So you might want to. Okay, yeah, no, no, don't clean up. Don't clean up.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
Just walk away. Nobody's gonna be like, oh shit, she is covered in it. No, nobody's gonna do that. No, just go ahead. So then next thing you know, she's like talking to her, this chick that she's been wanting forever. And
Okay.
she makes it abundantly clear. It's like, yeah, my partner, I've been with her just because I couldn't have you. But look, I just did you a solid and got rid of this abusive motherfucker because I will never let him put a finger on you again.
You
And
welcome.
and we can go about our lives like this shit never happened because I
Mm-hmm.
love you. As a matter of
Oh.
fact, I'm just gonna stay with you. And next thing you know, he gets a little Thelma and Louise to go on the run.
Oh, do they? Well, did they hold hands and go off of a cliff? Because
Well, I
that's
mean,
pretty much.
because there's 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 no housekeeping that can undo what was done in that room. It's like, okay, this is
We're just going to burn it. That's
this is
probably going to be our best bet.
this is every bit a murder scene. Okay, just get the tape out. And so they're trying to figure out what the fuck happened. Where's his wife? What the hell happened? This is crazy. So then it becomes this really interesting unrequited love story. Like she's the one character that, I mean, at this particular point you realize that they're both lesbian. It's just that one is extremely closeted and the other one is extremely open.
That happens.
But you have this whole unraveling of lives because you got the one that had a partner. She left her partner, and now the partner's like, yeah, I pretty much she's out the door. And her parents are like, yeah, it took us a bit to really accept. We knew you're a lesbian, and it took a little bit to accept her. It's like, where's your partner? Oh, she left. Oh, we never liked her anyway. You're so much
Excuse
better,
me?
huh?
You said excuse me?
Yeah, she's like, ah, you're better than that. She's like,
That
yeah,
fucking cunt.
yeah, right. And her mom's like solely like, yeah, it took us a little time to get in the right mind. I mean, we were fine with you being a lesbian, and then as soon as she says her partner left, she's like, yeah, well, we're gonna go. Like all of a sudden, you're like hearing the mom and like, yeah, we're gonna go find you somebody else to do that. I was like, wait, mom, what? No, don't help, don't help. Just say that,
Don't help. I don't want your help. In
just,
fact,
yeah,
actively don't help me.
yeah, just say you're sorry and you hope I find somebody else new. I don't need you. Hey, you know what? My friend's daughter, she's lesbian. I'm gonna hook you up. No,
Oh,
no.
please don't do that.
Mm.
No, no, because I like them weird.
So it was it
And
was a good little bouncing around where there's now this couple that really wanted to be a couple when they were in high school but didn't know how to do it and went about their lives um, doing as socially responsible things as possible. Whereas another one was like, look, I'm going to make this partnership, I'm going to make a lesbian partnership work. And I don't care what
sure,
other people think or say. But now she's thrusted back into the relationship with this one chick that she's always wanted, but it's unrequited because she's like, yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. I just want to, can we just be together, as we try and figure out what to do with our lives now that you know things played out the way they did with how you dealt with my husband. But I really don't want to. I mean, I appreciate that level of love. I just can't reciprocate it that way.
sure.
Well, now they're stuck though because they're on the run.
Right,
They're-
right, right. They
they're-
only have each other. Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah. And so our friend, I, I can't remember the names. Two, I hate that I have to keep saying the lesbian, but in any case,
No, it's fine for me. Go ahead. Keep saying it.
she's like, okay, well, since I did the deed, I'm just going to turn myself in. And, when I, and meanwhile, want to be straight chicks are like, well, I'll be here for you. No, you're not going to be here for me if you are not wanting to say you're a lesbian, but you just want to be my friend. No one's sticking
Mm,
around for that person once they come out of prison, you know?
right,
and
right.
and to only still be friends. Are we in a relationship or not? It's like, well, let's just keep riding. I don't know what to do. It's like, well, and so they have all this time together that they wanted to spend together when they were in high school. So they're going to dinners together. They're riding around the countryside. They're going to new places together, and they're like, yes, we love that we're able to do this together. Meanwhile, though, the lesbian is still, it's like, I'm wanting to do this because I love you. Oh, I know you love me. It's like, no,
No, you don't understand. Like I'd
I'm not.
scissor love you.
Yeah. No, no, you don't understand. God, I need to use that, and I don't know how I can now, but I need to use that. Fuck. Now,
Has
mind
got
you,
legs.
now, mind you,
Literally
yeah,
two sets
yeah.
of legs.
Now, mind you, as an ampersand, this is right up my alley for a movie. This is like,
Right,
God
right, right.
damn it. Oh, this is just so beautiful. And
Oh gosh.
they're on a journey. They're on a journey, y'all. They
Love
are
that about
they
that.
are
Love
going.
them.
They are they're getting vehicles. They're getting stuff to eat, and they're in the drive-through on camera, and people are like, that's evidence. They're gonna find y'all, but they don't care. So
Because they're in love.
That's the thing.
Is
The
it
lesbian,
love?
exactly. The lesbian is in love. She is like, yo, I, I did some heinous shit, and I'm good. I am sleeping like a person with no care in the world because I will do that again. And she makes that point. She's like, no, I will kill, and I will kill you if that
Okay.
if that means, if they're about to get you, I will kill you to make sure they don't get you because I don't want to think of you being in prison. So I'll just do it myself, and then I'll do me because I can't live without you.
So maybe then we'll be together in the afterlife.
Sleep tight because that's the level of crazy that's laying next to you right now. That's the
Right.
that's the level of
Yikes.
crazy that's driving this car right now. I just told you I will do it. I'll do us both in just to make sure that, like, because I can't live
If I
without.
can't have you,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna have you.
And meanwhile, her friend is so deep in the closet. She's like, "Let's just keep riding together and enjoy the day." No, bitch. Listen, I just said, see that house right there? I will drive straight through that house and outside through the other side of that house and down a cliff if it's there, just because I want to make sure that I can always be with you.
Yikes.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I'm hungry. You want noodles? I do. Okay. But
No, I don't want noodles. I want. Never mind.
so, no, no, yeah. And so she makes advances and she's like, look, you've not had sweet scissor love. I get it. I can, I can put the training wheels on and we can go just whatever pace works your boat.
Get after it.
So they go through a journey, y'all. A journey. They are in the countryside, they're in small towns, they're in but it's very, very, it's very, very edgy because at one point they're like running out of resources. They're running out of where to go, what to do, and you you start to realize that the lesbian is now to the point where she is wanting love, however, and she will do things in a spiteful way in order to get back at. Like there's one scene where she tries to get back at this chick that she's hoping to be her lover. She's hoping that this chick will actually want to be in a relationship with her. And for the fact that and it's a scene where this chick is sleeping on a bench at a train station, and the lesbian is like, I fucking hate that she's not reciprocating any love from me. That she decides I'm gonna fuck somebody while she's sleeping,
Oh,
and then out of the throes of that she then calls her former partner in some weird kind of let me give her some closure because I'm not
yikes.
coming back from this. It's a great movie. It's like and it's just that succession of scenes is like, man, she's just like, I am going through it, hurt, and then hoping for to find for her to find the love that I'm wanting to give her so badly that I'm just flailing. I'm going over to this person. I'm calling my ex lover. I'm calling her, and I'm just doing whatever the fuck. Which then you start to realize that the the really already established lesbian actually has very restrictive family members, very very traditional family members. Because then you start to see she gets to a point where they find a place to stay, which turns out to not be a place to stay. It turns out to be her family home, and it's sort of like they're that rich where they have another home out somewhere,
Right. Like that ever
and
happens.
yeah, and so but she's so out of the loop with her family she doesn't have a key to it, so they break in. Well, lo and behold, her brother, who has a pregnant wife, they show up and like, what the fuck? Why are you here? And he makes this whole scene of like, yeah, I got here because the neighbor said, hey, we think your sister just broke into your family house. So I came out here to see what the fuck was going on. That's when they realized,
Okay.
like, look, stop trying to get with my sister. Go somewhere else. You were married before. Go find somebody else to get married, have kids, live a normal life. My sister, leave my sister alone. She loves you, but look, just stop. You go. Turn
Right.
yourself in, like to the sister, turn yourself in, do some time. You're still young. You'll get out, and then you can have a family. And you'll realize that, hey, you know what? This was the better thing for me instead of this turmoil that I'll be in for the rest of my life trying to make this person here love you the way you are wanting them to. And the sister's like, yeah, you know what? Let me just go ahead and burn this bridge right now. You're right. And so she starts,
Pull the pin, throw the grenade. Fuck it.
right. So she starts, this chick that she's been on a journey with, she just says, you know what? Let me just beat your ass real quick and
Let's just
get,
settle this matter.
yeah. And then that way you'll be like, damn, she just whooped up on me just like my ex. And this is the second time she's done it. Surprise. This is the second time she's done it in the movie. uh Basically to get me to leave. Fuck this. It works this time. I'm out.
Okay.
Only for them to then realize this is the crazy that keeps us together. And
Oh,
it's only crazy because we haven't given in to the thing that we know that we really wanted.
well. Hmm.
Fast forward a little bit, they find a shack by the beach and they scissor the fuck out of each other
Yes. Do it.
in a very, like, even me, I was like, and I don't know if this is gonna want to make people watch it now, but even me, I was like, wow, they got this on Netflix. It's like,
Right. Damn.
this is nobody.
Usually I had to watch this with scrambled
This is
lines on it.
this is no body double right here. I clearly see where her mouth is going right here. This is not. Nope. Mm-mm. No, I mean, I see you got the leg up to, make it a little obscure, but there's only your face can only be like your face is there. Your face is there. Your leg is just there to keep certain details out, but there's no denying your face is right. You have a full beard right now. Your face is in it. That deep.
Well,
And then the exchange, and it's like, wow. And so the ending ends the way it ends, but I won't give that away. So okay, fine, fuck it. Somebody might watch this, but it's a very, very interesting
I
movie.
might watch it.
It's a very, very interesting movie because it hits on how social stigmas and norms really fuck with people over time, and how
Hmm.
even it fucks with people to the point that their level of expressing is so distorted in ways, even though the truest intentions, the truest desires are genuine, and they're genuine, but because they get so restricted and distorted, it is a very awkward and sometimes violent way of expressing it. So it's highly, highly more watchable, and I recommend it way more than Family Blood. Two different types of movie, two different styles of movie and aspects of movies, but definitely it's a very much more of a Dinosaur and the Dude recommended movie. Ride or die, ride or die.
Okay.
It hits all the things. It's LGBTQ, A plus I, whatever the fucks, and it's international, and it deals with social norms, and it's really, really, uh, really, really good. Campy in some points, but worth watching. So that's
Okay. I'll
that.
have to check it out.
Yeah, if you want to check it out, check it out. It's on Netflix. Ride or die.
Look at you. You
Yeah,
did great.
I think thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
sweet.
Well, I think that
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to check out some of those shows.
yeah, check it out for sure. If you want to get a really good vampire movie, Midnight Sun. Don't know how you can watch it. I think they took it off of Netflix, but they might have it back on there if you go with some sort of VPN. And then yeah, Ride or Die. It's a good one. We'd love to know your take on it. But in any case, thanks for uh, thanks for listening to this episode. We had a great time talking to you about all kinds of things that we have in mind. Hope there was something in it that made you laugh or gave you some insight
Totally.
or, just lighten your load in some sort of fashion. And without further ado, do not ever fucking forget. This is the dinosaur,
That's me.
and I'm the dude. And thanks everybody for listening. Be sure to go to thedinosaur&thedude.com to check out all of our sweet ass merch. And we got some affiliates on there that we'd love for you to give a shot. There's some that are giving away a week free if you use our a link. It'll give you a week's free of their service. Then also, we got some that are giving 20% discounts off of products if you use our code. So go over there to thedinosaur&thedude.com, click on those links, use those codes, and
And this just in, as of today, we now have Headspace.
oh, that's right. We're gonna check that out too. We got that on the website, and we're gonna be giving some more information on that uh, soon enough. So
So that means
stay tuned.
go to Headspace, get a therapist. We're going to give you the instructions on how to get discount or whatever we're doing.
Yeah,
And go talk about your shit because everybody has it. So just get it off your chest.
yeah. Everybody's got shit, so you might as well smear it on somebody else that really would help you. Help
That's
you with
right.
it.
Consider it war paint.
Yeah, if they can help you with your shit, go ahead and get that from somebody else. Yeah, definitely go check out our website. We've got all the new things like Headspace, and there's a couple of other really, really good affiliates that we just got linked up with. So go check that out.
I'm excited.
TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, and we got Headspace. We got if you're wanting to learn a language, got that.
I think we have them all listed on the website, right?
Yeah, we got them
Because
all.
there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, so it's a variety of, and just to let you all know,
There's Bobby Rapscallion. There's Headspace. There's
there's Pimsleur,
yes.
there's Printful, and there's Hooge, which you just got. And so, just so you know, we either only get affiliates that we use or are more in line of the things that we do and or are interested in.
Here,
So
here.
if we're using CBD or smoking weed, we have affiliations with really high quality companies that are in line with those things. Headspace, another one, Pimsleur, Printful, a bunch of them. Bobby Rapscallion as well. We got a ton of them on there. Go check them out. We've got discounts galore. Amazon Music, and even Blue Eddy is a new one as well, which does all the stuff for prepping and van life. You were just talking about doing stuff out of a van,
Hey,
so go check them out too.
sweet,
So yeah,
awesome. Well, good job tonight,
yeah, thank you, and good job to everybody for
and thank
listening.
you.
No, thank you, lady. You're the best. Go check out our
Hey,
yeah,
and if the some of the countries overseas, if they could tell their neighbors,
yeah,
their neighboring countries that they
yeah.
need to hop on,
That's the
that would be
assignment.
great too.
That's the
Because
assignment.
this is a limited time coupon.
Uh-oh.
What is going to happen is that
There you go.
this just in.
You went away and now you're back.
If you refer
Uh-huh.
if you refer a
Uh-oh.
if you refer another country
Yeah.
to listen, if
Yeah.
you refer another country to listen, and they do, then I'm going to give you a free hug. It's going to be a virtual hug, but it'll be super warm.
Super
It's going to be great.
and free.
And it's going to be real heartfelt. It'll be a full frontal yes, but it won't be weird. And I just killed the dude. So it's going to be great. And you'll see, you're going to probably want to come back for more. And you can do that. There's no limit. You can refer other countries
Holy,
and have them come and subscribe and like and share and tell your mom and them
yeah,
and write about it
all
and
over
tell us
social media.
tell us what your thoughts and fears are. We want to know about it because
Social
we're all
media.
in this together. But I will definitely give you a virtual hug
Oh God.
and you will feel it because I'll make
Yeah.
sure I'll be pushing energy that way. And it's gonna be real good. So I really
That's what
appreciate
it's
y'all.
called, pushing energy. Oh, tell them about the social media because I can't talk.
Okay, so look, y'all, we are whoring ourselves all over the internet. We're on all sorts of social media. We're on the Twitters,
Yeah.
the Facebooks, the Instagrams. We might be mentioned on Reddit. I think we're gonna look
Yeah.
into a MySpace.
Oh,
We
fuck.
got it. We're gonna Yelp
Yeah.
ourselves.
Find us. Find us on social media. That'd be
Find
really
us on
helpful.
all the socials.
We're trying to get we're trying to get on YouTube. We need a lot of followers and we need subscribers and we need some people commenting so we can go ahead and get out there with, I mean, you know, we we're not trying to get the plaques and everything. That's not what this podcast is
I
all
don't need a
about.
plaque.
But it'd be really cool to get it. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be. I mean, you're never
Well, I
gonna.
mean, essentially, y'all would be getting them.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
what are we gonna do?
that's what it that's what we talked about before. Like whatever we're asking about, it's only gonna come back to benefit you. So really,
Word.
don't worry about it. I mean, thank you, and we'll take it, and we need it.
Sure.
But it's the stuff that we get from it. We're just gonna put it right back into
Mm-hmm.
the content and what we
Along with a
do
hug.
in the hug and the full frontal energy. So do that.
All right, so
Yeah.
to the tips and nips, to the
Tips in there.
motherfuckers and the daddy truckers and the mother
Yeah.
something jigahos and
Two loads.
gigolos.
That's right. So everybody, thanks a lot for listening. We really appreciate it. And check y'all later. I love you.
Love you too. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Or I mean, not see you. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.